Alright guys, welcome back. I wanted to come on here and talk for a minute about building a coherent process for a concierge merchandising business. So first step, we are going to establish a manufacturer. If you do not know how to source a manufacturer and establish the relationship with the manufacturer, that was what I spoke about in my last video. Okay, we're going to assume we have that done. Next step is establish a social media. And all I mean by this is just have a brand and have a logo. Doesn't mean you need to have followers. It doesn't mean you need to have content on there at that moment. I just mean start your social media. Next up, we're going to establish a website and build out a website. Okay, I would recommend doing this on Shopify. Why? Shopify is easy to use, especially if you haven't built a website before. And the whole point of building this website is to establish more credibility for yourself because you're going to be making large ticket purchases with people that you probably have not met and aren't talking to face to face. So you need to do everything that you can to prove that you are a real person who's doing real business that is good business. I would recommend Shopify. I would recommend putting in an order form. You can do it on something like Pyfy and it's completely free. And then, like for me, I had a clothing brand that then turned into a merchandising business. So I had made sure to include my previous work as a catalog. Okay. After that point, we are basically ready to start our cold outreach. We know where we're going to source our garments from. We know our source for outreach is going to be social media, probably Instagram. Third, we're going to have a website. That way, when we have our cold leads, we are going to be able to show them that we are real. Now, this step is optional. I would recommend it, but just have a few posts showing your face, maybe showing like a sample of something if you want to produce a sample. Just have something to post about when it comes time to have a client. Maybe something about the silhouette, the garment types that you use, the fabric weight, something like that. Okay, we are going to begin cold outreach and content. More specifically, outreach. Name of the game is consistency, and I'm going to keep saying that till I'm blue in the face. Why? Because it's a numbers game. If you have a script that you're using, well, then you know that regardless of how you feel that day, there is a percent chance that you are going to get a response that then you convert into a client. So just keep at it. I try and stay around 25 to 30 per day, 6 days a week, and I'm pretty happy with that right now. Content, I wouldn't be too heavily focused on that unless you have really good content. I would say posting once a week. And you're not posting to get followers. Followers are great with this, but if we're doing cold outreach, we are doing cold outreach, and that is how we're gaining clients. And then we are posting to then keep nurturing those clients and showing people that we're a real person who does good business, because we do. Okay, let's go off the assumption that you have been doing this for maybe 30 or 60 days. Do you have sales? I think there's a misconception in the online space that you start a business and all of a sudden you get results. I didn't see results for the first month or two, and I just kept at it, and that's what you got to do. You just got to stay consistent. If it's something you want to keep doing, you just got to stay consistent with the process, and the results will come. Okay, let's say you have sales and say they are good results. We are going to begin advertising. And I want to go back just a second. The three main ways we're making sales is advertising, cold outreach, and content. Unless you have a surefire way to generate sales from your advertising, I recommend you posting organic content and doing cold outreach, because you can then backstep and generate advertisements based on your sales you generated from your content and cold outreach. So that way you're not starting from zero. And then you have these three different services flowing simultaneously. And then I think this is where it gets cool. I want to go back to another question here. Do you have trust in your product? What do I mean by this? We're shipping from manufacturers. And if you are going to start working with a manufacturer and you don't know what that product looks like from the manufacturer, and you're going to then ship a bulk order to a client, you're going to have a slight chance that it could be good, it could be bad. But say you have now worked with this manufacturer 3 to 4 times, it's consistent, you know what they're producing. Great. What does that mean though? Well, when you're first at the stage where you're not 100% confident in your manufacturer, you're most likely shipping from the manufacturer to your home to the client. Okay, that's a lot of profit you're eating out of because it costs money to then ship it back to the client. So, what we are going to do is streamline the process. Excuse me. Streamline the process. And what are we going to do? We are going to be shipping from the manufacturer to the client. This frees up a whole lot of time for us, and it streamlines our process and saves us money. We're going to be able to take on more clients at a better rate, saving more money and producing everything faster. And I think that comes with it comes with consistency in the process, and it comes with hard work. You can't, only time will tell with this. And if you find a solid manufacturer, you can absolutely build something like this. And then finally, scale. Scale by more outreach, more content, more advertising. And that's it. And also, you can also scale by reaching out into more areas other than, say, music and online creation for who you're building apparel lines for. You can do it for businesses and any other branding. It's a pretty cool business model. So I hope there's something to learn from here. And we'll be coming back here on Sunday to talk about something new.